The other thing is that this last PNP, I want this profile to be larger. I'm going to go say evaluation, profile, create profile, and I'm just going to make this last one 900 feet long just like the others. So under preferences, I'm going to use my PNP generator 30 scale because that's the scale of my PNPs. Load and close. And then under controls, I'm going to say I don't want it to control based on clearance. I want to use station and elevation. I'm going to go from 1180 to 1210, and then I'm going to go from station 46 to 55. Hit apply. I'm going to snap to the bottom of this, left click, and it just created a new profile for me. I'm going to say close and then delete with graphic groups my old profile that stopped at an odd number. So now whenever I'm in PNP Generator and I want to look at my last profile, show sheet, I can go through and manually adjust any of these references. So I can open my reference dialog box, modify element, left click this box and say I want to go all the way to the end of the sheet. Left click, place fence, using element inside, left click that element, and then the 3 items that are in my plan view, I can select them in the reference, right click and say clip boundary, left click inside the boundary, and I just updated that PNP. So you can still manipulate your PNPs by hand if you need to. I'm going to do the same thing with the profile since I just generated the rest of that profile. So I'm going to say modify element and I'm going to select this clipping boundary and I'm going to move it all the way out to the end of the sheet. And then I'm going to select it with place fence and element inside, and then I'm going to left click that, and then I'm going to left click my profile in my reference dialog and right click and say clip boundary and then left click inside of the element I created, and you can see that I just made that clipping boundary larger to include my full profile. So even though PNP generated the sheets, you can still modify them by hand just like you did before.